welcome listeners to another episode of the Chris Talk Show. This is Entertainment Talks. Let's get into it. What's up, listeners? I am your host, Chris Talks. Yes, welcome to another episode, folks. All right, I want to thank everybody for your support. Before we get into this, I want to thank everybody out there, all my subscribers and listeners, for your support. I really do appreciate that. So let's get into our top topic for this episode, which is going to be where we at? Okay, music icon and producer Quincy Jones has died at the age of 91.
Bruh.
Yeah, I know he was kind of old, man. He was getting up there. I mean, Quincy Jones was getting. I didn't know he was that old, but I mean, whatever. All right, listen. As always, I'm going to let Sarah, my AI, report the story and give you my view and my opinion at the end. All right, let's get into it. Hit it.
Thank you, Chris. Prolific musical composer and television producer Quincy Jones has passed away. He was 91. Jones' publicist confirmed he died Sunday, November 3, night in his Bel-Air home, surrounded by family, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Tonight, with full but broken hearts, we must share the news of our father and brother Quincy Jones' passing, the family said in a statement. And although this is an incredible loss for our family, we celebrate the great life that he lived and know there will never be another like him. Jones had a hand in several successful projects, including as producer on Steven Spielberg's 1985 adaptation of The Color Purple and the 2023 remake. He helped obtain the adaptation rights for the classic and cast Oprah Winfrey. He also served as an executive producer on MAD-TV from 1997 to 2009, the 1995 sitcom In the House, and the Will Smith classic The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He later served as executive producer on the 2022 reboot Bel-Air. The Hollywood legend received dozens of awards across music, television, and film throughout his decades-long career, including 28 Grammy Awards, the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award from the Academy in 1995, and an Emmy in 1977 for writing the theme song for Roots Part 1. Jones also won a whopping 28 Grammy Awards, making him the third most decorated of all time. His career began after he met Ray Charles as a teenager, which eventually led to collaborations with Count Basie, Dinah Washington, Dizzy Gillespie, and later, Michael Jackson. Jones suffered 2 brain aneurysms in 1974, which inspired his loved ones to hold a memorial service. It didn't look like I'd make it, so my friends planned a memorial. They had the concert anyway, he wrote in his 2008 book, The Complete Quincy Jones, My Journey and Passions, photos, letters, memories and more from Q's personal collection. Per THR, Jones also helmed the recording sessions of We Are the World, in 1985, which raised millions for victims of famine in Ethiopia. The story behind that fateful evening was later captured in the Netflix doc We Are the World, with real footage from that evening showing Jackson, Diana Ross, Lionel Richie and more in a battle of the egos. Back to you, Chris.
Man, he had a long catalog, bro. A long catalog, man. A long one. Wow. All right, check this out. If you like this content and want to hear more of it, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and also hit that notification button so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. All right? Drop my bomb for me. I said, you put the air horn. Oh, all right. My bag. Anyway, Ed, kind of sad though. Can we drop a church bell for this lost life? Mr. Quincy Jones, drop a church bell for him, please. All right, so anyway, on this particular topic, I would say just rest in peace to the brother. I did not know that he in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because that's a very successful show. I didn't know that he was like writing on that joint, like for real.
Wait, what?
dude was doing this thing. I gotta say, Quincy, I'm gonna give you that, man. You was doing the damn thing while you was alive. I do know that he did, if I'm correct, he did do a couple of songs for Michael Jackson. And for me, the most memorable production of anything that I would remember, that I know of, was We Are the World. You know what I'm saying? So give him a round of applause for getting that together. Let's give him one. Because that was a good song. That was a major song of its time. It brought a lot of recognition to what was going on around the world. A lot of people at that time, they wasn't paying attention to really what was going on around the world, wars and all that other stuff. But that song did bring a lot of recognition to what was going on around the world. So we salute you on that one. One thing I did not know was that this guy had a hand in The Color Purple, that he was actually one of the writers in The Color Purple. That, man, can we? Thank you. You just read my mind, because that was something that was an amazing. I don't know how many of my listeners have seen The Color Purple, but man, I mean, come on,
bruh.
Tell me that wasn't a good one. Tell me that was not a good movie, like, for real. I ain't say give him applause, but I'm just saying it was a good one. It was a good one. So shout out to him for that movie, and it focused on. You have to watch it because it focused on a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's all I have to say about him. I don't have too much to say. And he did a lot. He contributed a lot. It's kind of crazy, but me and one of my friends, we were actually talking about this. And to any of my listeners, to all of my listeners, I'm asking all my listeners this question, okay? Because I'm trying to figure out, okay, well, my listeners, if Quincy Jones had any type of hand in Motown, in the success of Motown, and if any success that he had in Motown, what was the part that he played in that success? If any, like, we knew that he wrote for some of the singers. I mean, that's already known. But besides writing for some of the singers and producing some of their songs, was there any other part that he played in Motown? Because as far as I'm concerned, Quincy Jones was never a part of any label. He worked for a lot of different labels, but he wasn't a part of any label. As far as I'm concerned, was he? So it's like I don't know what. Oh, you do? Okay, wait a minute. So he was a part of a. Was he or was he not part of a label? Okay, so he was a part of a label. What was the Mercy Records? Oh, okay. So, folks, just got a little bit of new information right there, real quick. So it's our producers telling us that Quincy Jones was a part of a record label that was called Mercury Records in the 60s, in the 1960s. Okay, so Mercury. Okay, I want to make sure I'm saying it right, man. I don't want to, I was saying Mercy. It sounded like you were saying Mercy. So Mercury Records. Okay. So what? I mean, that was kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Did he have his own? Oh yeah, that's right. So he did have his own label. He worked for Mercury Records in the 1960s. From then, he created his own label, which he called Q West. Wait a minute.
Bruh.
Never heard of it, but it was called Q West. Yeah, Q West, right? Okay, I'm making sure I get it right. Q West. And I think he had several magazines. So. I mean, I've never heard of the label Q West, but if it's there, it's there. So that's something I didn't know. I didn't know he had his own record label, that's I was kind of wondering, to be a producer and stuff like that. Was he like jumping around from label to label or anything like, or was he just a straight up freelancer? But Ed, producer, gave us that information real quick and let us know that he had Q West. You know what I'm saying? So at least he had a label.
Wait, what?
That's kind of tight, though. That's kind of tight. And producing a lot of songs from that label, that's kind of tight. So, R.I.P. to this man, and congratulations on all his success, I guess. That's all I can say about that. But you could drop my bomb, man, because I ain't got nothing else to say about this man. He's a legend. That's all I can say. We lost a legend. We lost a melanin legend. All right, folks, we lost them. All right, folks, if you like this, I already said that, right? But if you like this content anyway, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up. Let me know. Let me know if you like this content, and we'll continue on with it. All right. So I want to thank all my listeners for tuning in. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I so appreciate that. Also, check me out on all of my other platforms. The listing is right there for you. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay blessed and not stressed. I'll see y'all later. Peace out, folks.